Let's go. Slip slide onto the dance floor. Let's go. Use the road. Slip slide on the dance floor.
Welcome, boys, to the second review of my Fantrax recap. I hope you enjoyed the EPL one. I'll probably upload that one first and get you guys looking at that one. But alas, here we are on Fantrax. I'm doing a bit better in this one, so I'm probably going to be in a better mood for the recap. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay. Scoring goes first. Okay, it does. All right, first up was Hotel Notrohs, which is me, versus Show Me Your Willy, Aaron. And he's got a picture of a naked Fitzy. That's probably a bit inappropriate, Aaron. You have covered up his cock there, but mate, you got to sort that out. Your arsehole is certainly looking like a hat for you right now. But we'll get into the recap anyway. Yeah, it's a tough matchup for me. I've scored big with 99, but Aaron has scored bigger with 111. Aaron really is putting some solid performances in there of late. He's got Lucas Fabianski on 1. Sven Botman on 7. I'm a bit upset because my Newcastle defender, Burn, got 3, but whatever. Tarkowski with 4. Cresswell with 8. Trippier with 14. Huge. Fantastic player as Trippier. I got Bemi with 0. He faced a valiant Arsenal side, so fair enough. My Michaelenko got fuck all on 3. Broke even here on Eze and Iwobi. Shout out Iwobi with that 19 points. Yeah, I came up against Phil Foden on 29. That's probably the difference there between me and Aaron. And my James Maddison, one of my biggest players, underperformed with 5. Tielemans got more than James Maddison, which sucks, with 5.5. I got a bit of Paqueta though on 13. I got nothing from Silva, which is unlucky. Got Ducker that scored. I got Anthony. Shout out my big waiver spend. Aaron got 3 with Salah, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, I've definitely deserved to lose to Aaron here with Salah underperforming as well. I had Kane and Nunez on 13, which is solid. I had a very solid performance all around, but unfortunately, I just could not keep up with the very informed team at the moment, which is Aaron. That's disgusting. Look at that picture of Fitzy there, Aaron. Change that, mate. No one wants to see that. We got fucking children in this league, Aaron. You prick. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into Chop Suey, which is Case, versus Poo Your Pants Down, which is Jack. Jack with a 99 scoring as well. Big week there for Jack. Casey with a poor showing there of 59. Casey scored big there with Diaz. He started Delot, which only got 2, which is rough considering they're playing Everton. Jack's got big scores from Koulibaly, from Struick. Van Dijk with -3. That shows what happens when you play Liverpool defenders at the moment. Big Bowen on 16, big Martinelli on 21. Yeah, it's those Arsenal boys that are going to carry Jack here in Fantrax. Jota with 12 isn't bad either. Jack's got really weak forwards, actually. Yeah, maybe someone should be offering Jack some forwards. I said in the chat the other day that no one wants forwards. Jack actually might need some. So there's your guy right there, Michael. Try and get a midfield from him. Maybe one of those Arsenal boys. I doubt Jack. Don't let go of the Arsenal boys. No matter what mid gives you, don't give them. But Michael will be coming for one of those midfielders, and you do need a forward, Jack, so maybe hear him out. On the other side, Casey, you're doing really bad, but you have Erling Haaland. You have Erling Haaland, and I think you're coming last. Yeah, that's not good, man. What's wrong with your team? You got Aubameyang. He'll start playing soon, you'd hope, and scoring goals. Your midfield's weak. You got James Ward-Prowse, who's going to do a bit for you. Your defense ain't good either. I mean, you got Erling Haaland, so that's what you're building your team around. But you just got to stream a little bit smarter, be a bit more methodical with who you're streaming in each week. And I'm sure Haaland's going to get you over the line a lot of these weeks and get you back up that leaderboard. But yeah, nothing you can't turn around, mate. So we'll go into the next one. Massive showing there. Zach Piers with Casey's Organic Market Eggs versus the GOAT Hezbollah. So look, how did Piers score so massive? He had a -4 and a -3 from 2 players right off the bat. So it's going to be interesting. How did he get this 127? Let's scroll down. McAllister, his boy, on 10. Say Max on 2. Still not any massive showings here. Rodrigo 11. It's pretty good. Oh, wait. Oh, that's his fucking bench. Sorry, everyone. Cancelo 36. Here we go. This is a bit more telling. Cucurella 13, huge. Almiron 16, huge. Ericsson, fuck all. Matinho! I told you he's a good little player on 13. Skamaka, he's got Skamaka even in 20 on side. All his, what do they say? All his ducks lined up in a row for him there from Piers. I don't think he's going to keep getting results like that, but yeah, 36 from Cancelo, fantastic. Well done there, Piers. Massive week, mate. And you've taken out Hezbollah, who's my pick for winning the Fantrax League this season. His defenders have done absolutely piss. Got a 9 from Edison, though, which is nice. Saka with 26. That was the base of the score right there. Trossard, nothing. Yeah, like this right here is what is going to get Michael to win the season. Oh, he does lose Diaz, though, which is rough. But Saka and Jesus are going to carry him a lot of this way. Zaha's falling off a little bit. He's got a great little bench there. Kanate, I think, could potentially come in and start getting some minutes. Kanji, though, is a great player at the moment. He's got Martial, who should probably trade out. Yeah, he wants to bolster up his midfield, but Saka and Jesus are going to continue to get points from him. Yeah, Arsenal players are fantastic investments this season. So, yeah. Sucker Dick Nick versus new Chris. Oh, and he's lost. That's a shame. It always sucks when you lose to Chris in this format because his team's still okay. But Nick has underperformed there, and he will know that, so he will work on it. Yeah, he got so hard done by with his injuries. In the chat, he was defending himself a little bit, like you can predict injury stuff. And the annoying, like me and Michael are very passionate when we defend Fantrax over EPL. But one thing where Fantrax does lack hugely is the fact you can change players from your bench to your starting lineup when you see like a player's out, but you can't make any waivers. So say for today's game, for example, this Tuesday game, like no one has Nottingham or Villa players on their bench. Well, some people might. But say your Villa starter or your Nottingham starter is injured, and you know this before the game. You can't go and waiver someone else in, and all your bench players have already all played. So there's absolutely nothing you can do. So it's a bit of a flaw in the system. It would be great if you could still waiver in players before they have actually played, but you can't do that. So that's why Nick's had the situation here with only 7 players playing. It's a bit rough, but it's what it is. Like, look, his bench is still doing nothing as well. Yeah, he had Firmino, but that's it. None of his other bench players played. Yeah, so that's why Nick's lost that. And Chris has Judem with Rodri on 15. Somehow got that. Havertz finally scored. Yeah, just solid points there for Chris across the board, apart from his defense. Chris is just going to be that annoying guy that you come up against and you're really going to kick yourself if you lose to, considering he is inactive. But let's go to the standings. We have Aaron in first, which really fucks me off. He's getting a bit chatty about it in the chat. He's got big scoring, though. You can't take away anything from him there. What actually is his team? Why is he scoring so big? Phil Foden. That's why. He's got Salah too. Yeah. Yeah, so his team, he's got Sterling as well. Yeah, so Aaron's actually got his team heavily revolves around Sterling, Salah, Foden, and Trippier. Trippier is a big points getter for him at the moment, which in hindsight is actually a great pickup from Aaron. And he's got other guys that can chip away at as well. As much as it pains me to say it, Aaron is going to be right there at the end. I believe Michael will take out this season. I think I'll be in second. But Aaron is going to be battling with me for that second spot the whole way. I think Michael's Arsenal boys are going to be far too consistent for him this season. And he's a guy that puts the effort in, so he's going to make sure that his team is updated and consistently getting those points, and he's not giving anyone a free win like Nick unfortunately did to the inactive Chris this week. So that's Aaron in first. So well done, Aaron. Michael in second, where he should be. Look at that, 909 points for. There's quite a separation there between me, Aaron, and Michael. And that sort of proves what I said earlier about us being top three. I think it's probably going to stay that way, unless Casey can actually sort his shit out and build his team around Haaland, because Haaland's just this absolute enigma at the moment. You have him in your team, you're in absolute danger. So if Casey can, like Casey's had 906 scored against him. So that's actually why he's in last. He's getting a bit hard done by there. He's still scoring pretty decently there, the fifth the most. So he can definitely turn that around and be a real danger. But apart from that, I don't see much of a threat from anyone else. Piers will be middle of the pack there, I think. Nick, he's sort of finding his feet this season. I think most of his focus is going into EPL, which is fair enough. He's got a great team there. But as long as he stays in that middle of the pack, I think he'll be happy. He may even do like a little late surge into the top three if he's feeling it near the end of the season. It looks like Jack just isn't really here in Fantrax this season. Fair enough. He's got Haaland in the other league. I think he's going to get first in it. So he's going to really be focusing on EPL instead of Fantrax. So I think he's going to be competing with Chris for that last spot. I think his activity will maybe be able to get him into seventh, but hopefully he doesn't have to pay the forfeit. I don't know what we're going to. I guess seventh place will have to do the forfeit because Chris is inactive. So yeah, it could be between Jack and maybe Casey if he doesn't turn his team around. Casey, you definitely have the most potential to improve at the moment, I would say. My team, it's not my team. I think I could fall off a lot, actually. I'm scoring pretty consistently, but yeah, my defense is absolutely dire. My midfield's okay with Paqueta and Madison. Who else do I have anyone else in my midfield? Kulishevsky's injured. Yeah, that's rough. Now let's not do much now. I've got a great front line. That's about it. Yeah, I think I could fall off a lot. If Kulishevsky doesn't rotate back into the Tottenham team, I think I could be in a lot of trouble. But I back my front line to keep getting me wins. And if Darwin Núñez eventually finds himself in a Liverpool team that is good again, then he can start getting points as well. But I've got Jamie Vardy there to replace him if need be. So I think I'll hopefully stay in that top three spot. And that's really all I wanted to cover in Fantrax. I could go into trades and waivers and stuff, but I don't think there's anything really too significant there. So that's a nice quick one for me there, boys. Love doing the recap, and maybe we'll get a sneaky wee roundtable out for you this weekend. That could be a bit of fun. So watch this space. Awesome. Thank you, guys, and peace out.